everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Today, we're going to be talking all about mentorship. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. Let's get started right away. We're going to go to the next slide now. Okay, so here's the agenda for today. We're talking all about mentorship, the benefits of mentorship, the mentorship life cycle, what, how, when about mentorship, and how to be a good mentor or a mentee. One new thing we have here is the secure diversity mentoring options. After all of this good stuff is done, we will get straight to your questions and see if you guys have anything to ask us and give you resources to reach out to us as well. So let's talk a little bit about me. Hi everyone, I am Apurva and I'm working in security engineering with TransUnion at this point of time. I grew interest in this field because I was a mentee myself a couple of years ago when everything locked down because of COVID. I went on to LinkedIn to find out a bunch of people who are working in the same space as me, who are not connected with everyone, and wanted to just see what is out there. That's when I found out the biggest, scholarship that there ever could be. And I got a bunch of certifications, a bunch of knowledge, and many, many new friends because of it. I understood what the power of mentorship could be. And that's when I decided I wanted to give back to the community and understand what everyone wanted and provide them any help that I can in my way possible. Okay, so let's get started. Why mentorship? So, this is the most important part of our presentation. Imagine yourself standing at the threshold of your career, filled with ambition, but maybe certainly you don't have everything figured out. You don't know everything about the path ahead. Now, picture having someone by your side, guiding you, sharing insights, and cheering you on every step of the way. That's the power of mentorship. It's not just for the young professionals out there, but also for the more experienced people who need guidance with the never ending challenges that our professional and personal lives throw at us. Today, we're diving into the transformative impact of mentorship, exploring why it's not just beneficial but essential for our personal and professional growth. Now, let's talk about the benefits of mentorship. The people who need mentorship the most or help the most are often the least likely to ask. Offering a kind word, gentle encouragement, or motivational words to anyone you think needs them. That is the benefit of mentorship. I've known that one of the hardest things to say is, I need help. But once you do get the desired help or support you need, there's no stopping you. In an industry like cybersecurity, where everything apart from technical skills, networking, having good communication skills is beneficial, mentorship proves to be a sweet spot where mentees can not just interact with experienced professionals, but the process in itself is designed to encourage folks to be more out there, interact with a wider audience. Mentees have an opportunity to get their questions answered and also get advice regarding their careers. Apart from this, there's a sense of accomplishment which leads to higher self confidence. Remember, mentorship is a two-way street. While the mentees have a lot to learn from their mentors in the situation, there are some key takeaways for mentors as well. Taking out the time to help out others is sometimes a challenging task for all of us, but it brings a sense of purpose to everyone. Everyone you meet has something to teach you, and that is for mentors. Mentors have a chance to build new relationships via these platforms and enhance their communication skills as well. Let's talk about the mentorship cycle. So, you learned what is mentorship, but how does it work? There are basically four cycles or four stages that we boiled it down to. The first is initiation, where introductions are made. Mentees and mentors connect with each other. They are able to ask for assistance, understand each other's requirements, needs, what are their strengths, weaknesses, etc. The next is cultivation. This is the primary stage of learning. This is the most important stage because This is the first stage where you are understanding your relationship partner, whether it may be the mentor or the mentee. You are raising the questions. You are setting the standard for your mentorship situation for a foreseeable amount of future. The next is separation. When you have learned all of whatever you wanted to learn, whatever you wanted to understand from your mentor, whether it was a particular thing like a resume review or guidance in order to get into a new field, this is whenever this is done, the mentoring situation resolves and is no longer applicable for mentor guidance. The other is or let's say the next one or the last one is redefinition. This is the opportunity for relationship evaluation and maturity. Um, an important point to note here is that this is not a linear stage. This is a repetitive stage. You're not just going to have one mentor in your life or one mentee in your life. There are going to be multiple amount of people that are going to help you. You are going to cultivate your relationship with them again and again, and constant feedback helps as well. Okay, so while we are talking about mentorship, it is important to understand what kinds of mentorship are there. We boil it down to major two kinds of mentorship. The first one is short-term mentorship. The other one is long-term mentorship, which we are going to talk about next. What exactly is short-term mentorship, you might ask? When we are talking about a particular goal, a focused, concise mentoring, this is where short-term mentorship comes to help us. When we're looking for quick wins, immediate impact scenarios, for example, if I want a mentor just to help me with resume reviews, to help me understand what this job description really means, to help me understand why am I feeling imposter syndrome, how can I help myself, short things like that. When I need targeted advice, this is where short-term mentorship will be able to help me. Uh, As you can see on the screen, how to find short-term mentors. Define your goals. Your network is your net worth. You might have heard it everywhere, but it is true. It is the reality of life. Reach out politely to people. Um, Ask them what you want. Probably not straight away. Build a relationship. Have a conversation. Gauge their interest as well. You want to be able to communicate yourself properly in order for someone to understand you and be able to help you. Next, we can go to long-term mentorship. Now, a short-term mentorship is a situation where you're looking for a focused connect, as I said. This focused connect can lead to long-term mentorships as well. This is the first way you can, get into a long-term mentorship situation. But the second way is when you were looking for a long-term mentor, when you're looking for personal, professional growth for an extended amount of time. It may be 6 months, 1 year, or many, many years. I know people who have been mentors of certain friends of mine for many years. I have had a mentor for about 3 years now, and I don't plan to leave them anytime soon. When you're allowing yourself a deep learning, ongoing, and gradual development, that is exactly what long term mentorship means to offer you. For example, we can see here a seasoned professional guiding a junior college throughout their early career. That's what happened with me. In 2020, I needed a mentor to guide me through the professional challenges of life, the personal challenges of life. That's when I reached out to certain people. Fortunate enough, they accepted my request, and I got a long-term mentor. And this is a mentorship situation that I cherish the most because I reach out to them not just in terms of like need or in terms of help, but also when I'm celebrating my wins. When I'm celebrating their wins, it's not just about me; it's about them as well. We have a professional relationship that we both nurture. It's a long-term relationship, and we both are benefiting out of it. We can go to the next slide now. All right. While we're talking about mentees and how to help ourselves, let's talk about how to be a good mentee. Mentees are just passive recipients of guidance, they are active participants in their own development journey. It's important to set clear expectations and let the mentor know what you are expecting out of them. Have interactive sessions. It's easier to connect with people when you can see them. If comfortable, try and have an in-person on camera connect with your mentor. Understand that your mentor is investing their time and energy as well. Be respectful of their time and come prepared with any task they are assigning you to do. If there are any changes to your plans, make sure to help and update your mentor and keep them in the loop. Engage in regular feedback sessions, reflecting on the progress made so far, and also share any wins. While we know what we should do, there are a couple of things that we should not do as well. As I said, another person is investing their time in yourself. Be mindful of it. Do not gossip about your mentor. This is a professional relationship. Please remember that. If at all there is a situation where a mentor isn't accepting your request, do not take it personally. Learn from that experience. Understand what you might have done better, what you could have done better, improve, and again try, probably with a new mentor. And it's not just about a mentor, it's not just about you. There's a probability that the person you are trying to seek help from doesn't know what you need. It's not always about you. Don't take it personally. Now let's talk about how to be a good mentor. Okay, so it's advised for mentors to have a clear understanding of the expectation of their mentees and build a relationship with them. The mentee should be able to trust you in order to share their hardships, understand the queries or needs of your mentee, and try to have an unbiased approach. Share your knowledge, insights, and personal experience to help mentees learn and grow. It's good to assess your mentees' progress and ask them where they feel there's a space for improvement. Everyone thrives when they're appreciated, even you. Celebrate the achievement and milestones of your mentee and yourself, recognizing their hard work and accomplishments. Do not, obviously, when it goes about a mentee, it goes about you as well. Do not gossip about your mentee. If you feel that they are asking questions that they should not be, or anything that is not expected out of them, do not make them feel that way. Do not harm their professional journey in any way possible. It's a professional relationship for you too. Just because you're a mentor does not mean you are taking the lead anywhere here. Do not treat mentees as free labor at all. Indicate your openness to mentoring, but have clear boundaries as well. You can provide advice and counsel, but avoid micromanaging a person. They are here to help. They are here to take your help, take your guidance, but they're not here to be, followed around or just micromanaged and told what to do. Everyone needs to find their own path. So we can go to the next slide now. All right. So here are mentor tips and tricks. Know your role, as we discussed earlier. Foster a growth mindset. Encourage and support while providing constructive criticism. Criticism and feedback is necessary, but when done right. It's important to set clear expectations, define your boundaries. If one-on-one mentorship doesn't work with you, try group mentorship. This is mostly important for technical, discussions where you need constant feedback, where you need different perspectives. Make a genuine connection with your mentee. It's important to teach the mentee goals and aspirations, how to trust themselves, build their self-esteem and confidence. It's important for you to share your journey as well. We connect more with people when we know a little about themselves, a little about their life, their challenges, how they overcame it. Personally, what I feel is be a cheerleader. Cheer on your mentee, advocate for their success, believe in their potential, and even when they doubt themselves, you should not doubt them. Provide resources and tools. Offer resources, tools, practical advice to help your mentee overcome obstacles and achieve their goals. It's most important for you to tailor your approach. Adapt your mentoring style to suit the individual's needs, learning preferences, and personality of your mentee. What worked for your previous mentee might not work for a current or future one. You have to learn as well. Okay, so here comes the good part. As you all know, I am the Secure Diversity Program Manager and creator of the Mentorship Situation or the Mentorship License. We have two amazing options for you. The first one is Hey Mentor webinar series. This is a webinar series focused on setting up clear expectations within the cybersecurity industry. Many people talk about just ethical hacking or pen testing. There's so much more to cybersecurity than that. If you're interested to learn about the day in the life of industry professionals, connect with amazing professionals who are at the top of their career. Join us. Gain meaningful advice on how to get help from current professionals. Learn about their path to success, and get tips and tricks of your own. The other one we are giving back to the community is the Cyber Mentor Dojo platform. While the Hey Mentor webinar series is an online platform for you to connect with people, this is not a one-to-one or a personal mentoring situation. Cyber Mentor Dojo platform is the place where you can find your own personal mentor, send them a request, answer a couple of questions that they might have, and get a mentorship situation started for yourself. This could be a short term mentorship or a long term mentorship, as we discussed earlier. You can set your expectations, ask everything, whatever you want to, whatever you're looking for in a mentor. Have an open discussion, open dialogue, and get started. Okay, so while we were talking about Hey Mentor, this was our first session. Our first session was all about practical product security with Jason Chan, who is the famous former CISO of Netflix. So this actually happened just a couple of weeks ago, I believe. This was an amazing session where we all connected with Jason. Jason told us all about product security, answered all of our questions, and even encouraged to connect with him via LinkedIn. He has so much knowledge to offer. Netflix is a day-to-day, household name now. Everyone uses it. Of course, we are not sharing passwords because that never happens. But yes, even I learned a lot. I mean, we talk about product security, but one amazing thing Jason taught us about was product safety. I'm never looking at Netflix the same way again. So I believe there's a lot for you all to learn as well. We can go to the next slide now. Okay, we can go to the next slide now. So the next slide actually talks about the next session with Hey Mentor. So this is with Shivani Ani, the Deputy CISO of Mahindra Group. What she's going to talk about, you might ask, she's going to talk about governance, risk, and compliance with a focus on compliance. So as we said, we're going to shift our focus away from ethical hacking, penetration testing. Of course, we're going to talk about them as well, but we are going to let our audience know that there is so much to cybersecurity. We got a lot of requests about GRC. What exactly is GRC? How can a person get into GRC? So we thought, why not? Let's get an amazing professional in front of you guys, giving all of our knowledge about GRC, about the whole field, how to get into it, how you can transition into this field, and what resources might help you. All right, so the dialogue is open for questions. If you have any questions to me or Mandy, who was actually my co-manager for this mentorship program, reach out to us via mentoring at securediversity.org. If you would like to, set up your account, be a mentor or a mentee, go sign up on cybermentordojo.com. There's a lot of good resources that we've shared in the chat as well. Fun fact, all of our Hey Mentor webinar series events are recorded and posted live on YouTube. So you can go check out the recording, understand, what Jason had to tell us. There is nothing that is, there's nothing that we're gatekeeping from you. So every session that we'll be having, we'll be recording and sending us, to sending it available to all of you. So if you have any questions, let me know. All of you are, anyways, invited to connect with me on LinkedIn. If you have any questions, follow ups, queries, anything, just reach out to us.